we'll start kind of with the Canada reps and getting to that experience with Chloe. Kind of, what was that kind of like for yourself, getting to play alongside such a young player with her first Canada reps?
Yeah, it was great. Like, she is very exciting for Canada. Like that young talent, it's incredible. And I think she played with composure, with confidence, which is great. And yeah, it was exciting. It was fun to play with her. What I love the most about her is that she's really like eager to learn and get better. And I'm assuming that that's why she's there, because she's just wanting to get better and push herself. So her future is bright. And so I had a lot of fun playing with her.
What impresses you most about her skill set?
I mean, I know, like, what does impress me the most is her eagerness to learn and get better. So I think just always wanting to push herself. Almost every shift she'd ask me, like, sorry about this, or what could I do here, or like she just wanted to get better. So that's something that's not everyone has that.
Yeah, and of course here with the Sceptres, you've played a lot over years with Renata, of course. We're putting together a top 25 ranking over the score, so would love your kind of thoughts on what makes her such a great defender, having played with her so much over the years.
Yeah, I mean, I think her biggest asset is her speed. Like, she is such a phenomenal athlete. When she does anything in the gym, most of us are like, how do we play the same sport? Like, she is just like such a phenomenal athlete, and that her skating ability definitely separates her from other players. And I think the more that, as the year went on, like prior to last year, we didn't have a league to play in, so we weren't playing consistent games. So I think with the consistency of games, it definitely increased her confidence. So I think just believing in herself and her physical ability definitely separates herself.
And if there was one kind of aspect of her game that you could steal and kind of apply
Her
to your
speed.
own, definitely the speed.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Awesome.
Her recovery is incredible. Like,
Pardon?
Her recovery in terms of getting back.
Oh, yeah.
And
Like,
she doesn't get beat, so it's
No,
not very often. But
No, but her skating ability definitely is crazy.
Go ahead.
Well, I just want to ask about the new D. It looked like you were kind of switching off with McKinnon and Lauren Bernard, and just any impressions of those two especially?
Yeah, I mean, it's what Troy purposely didn't put out line combinations or D pairs so that everyone can kind of play with everyone and talk amongst each other of like who's out next and different things. So I thought that was smart, because you can kind of see people in different spots and different positions and playing with different people. I think our D-core looks strong. Like McKinnon, I have a little bit of experience with her at national team camps, and she's big, she's strong. I think she plays the right way. Like, she, is very defensively sound. Bernard, this was yesterday would have been the first time I've ever seen her play, other than like watching NCAA, and I was impressed. Like, she moves well. So I think Troy's going to have a hard time putting up a top lineup.
Yeah, even without
offensively
Megan
and
Carter.
defensively. Exactly. Yeah. So it's exciting.
How physical is Ryland?
Very physical.
Yeah. I mean, she fits right in with this team.
She does. At one point, as soon as practice was done, I told her and Allie Monroe, I don't know why I was down low, but like at one point, Ryland hit me into the boards, and then I got the puck, and then Allie smoked me into the boards, and then I had to go backtrack. So I was like, you guys are like the Bash sisters. So if they're out together, watch out, man. Those are the Bash sisters.
I did notice they kind of gravitated toward, or kind of found each other a lot.
Yeah. So that would be like a wicked pair that I think the other team would not want to go on the ice against.
They don't want to go against you and not either. But it'd be a nice problem for Troy to have.
Exactly.
Who just wrote it.
So speaking of that, like, this just comes up a lot. Obviously, the respect between you guys and Troy. You told me about that at the media day, and I love that quote. And he said some really nice things about the leadership that you guys bring. Like, is that real? Is there anything behind the scenes? Like, is that really the core
Definitely.
identity?
Yeah.
And, like, it just seems to filter through everybody.
Yeah, I think Troy's such a collaborator, and I think that makes any leader. It's a great attribute in any leader. You don't have all the answers as a leader. So that could be like myself, Blair, Renata, him, any coach. Like, you don't always have all the answers. So to like discuss, collaborate, and he's great at that. And he delegates so well, and loves to chat and figure things out together. So that's like a huge sign of a great leader. So he definitely leads us in the right direction, and he gets everyone's input when it's necessary to come out with best solutions. So it's pretty cool.
So there's no cracks in that. Like,
no,
just stay
we're not.
strong.
We're not
and-
playing it up. I promise. That's
No,
what
it's
our.
amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. It's great, and it's not. It's definitely a new way of leading, and I've never been coached by someone like that. So he's definitely has helped me as an individual, as a player, but also like what he does with teams is pretty great. So.
All right, we'll believe it.
I'm doing a piece on just sort of where in your off season, like off seasons past, as a national team player, you guys your fitness level is always high.
Yeah.
Yours in particular is always high because you put a lot of emphasis on your own fitness level. Just from last year to this year, have you noticed a difference, sort of just teammates?
Oh yeah. We right away, a bunch of us that are like the second year on the team were like, that was a lot different than the first practice last year. So the level is just increased, but it makes sense. I mean, look at the draft, right? Like there's some good player. I mean, every team's gonna get better. Like we know that, but particularly with us, we're like, wow, that was a great first practice, and everyone came to camp in the best shape I believe that you possibly can be. It's tough not playing games, like even at rivalry. All of us were like, hey, we had a really good summer of training, but games are different. So there will be an adjustment period, but for everyone. But I think from what I see in two practices, one being just a D practice and this being a full practice, I'm like, people came to compete and they're ready.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like off seasons. And again, it's hard to do this story because there's only been really one off season.
Yes.
But it does look like off seasons now. There's a renewed emphasis on. And again, this is probably not for you because you've always been this way in your career. You've always been like, stay fit, be fit. But it just seems like there's a real emphasis on.
I would say, well, for sure, and I would assume it would come from everyone wanting, I mean, the team to be better, but also individually, right? Because like a lot of players were put in positions that maybe they weren't used to. Let's say if they came from college, they're used to the first line, they come on this team, they're the third, fourth, maybe not even dressing, right? So individually you think, okay, I gotta like up my game for sure. And you know, one person that I know and I noticed in the summer, like Maggie Connors. Yeah. She even said that was the best year of summer training that she's ever had. She's from Newfoundland, so maybe like maybe she wasn't put in groups that
She said there's one other woman back there that she feels good training with, like at her level.
We're now like, we actually had a really good group in Burlington. I would join them every so often, but they train together all the time, and it was a fantastic group and a really good trainer. And so I think it's important to put yourself in good environments too, right? That can push you and knowledgeable on ice and off ice staff and things like that. So
got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Question, because I'm gonna think about writing a piece on all this that you have to do, like which with the national team and PWHPA, there's just a little less. Now you got TV and with us, like this is part of the job, right?
Yep.
Is it hard? Like, does it make your day that much longer?
Yeah, here and there, but like it's also, this is everything that we've dreamt about, right? So it's pretty awesome. Like anyone that's over 25, maybe 27, it's like the days with the CW, it's like things are a lot different, and it's exciting in a great way, in like the best way possible. And this is what everybody dreamt about. So I just feel like I'm living my dream. So it doesn't matter if days are long or short or whatnot. Like we're exactly where we want to be.